Hello, good
Hello,
morning.
ma'am. Good morning.
So, how are you doing, Mr. Subhash?
Yes, I am doing great. I have started my day with a morning walk, so I am feeling great.
With a morning walk, you said?
Yes,
Okay. So, is it a regular procedure? Is
yes,
it
it's a
something? Is
regular.
that how you start your day off every day? Kick start your day?
Yeah, it's like after getting up, freshens up, then I go for a walk. So that's what I did. I just came back from morning walk, so I
You
am
just
here.
returned from your
Yes,
morning walk.
yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Are there any other activities that you like to do, Subhash? As in to keep yourself fit, other than going for a walk?
Other than going for a walk, nowadays I am just keep myself busy learning this language, and that's why most of the time I spend watching videos and reading books. So whenever I get time, so I do that.
Okay, right. So, what was your motive to join the platform, Subhash?
I just want to learn how to speak and how to enhance my fluency. That's all. I don't have any agenda to achieve after learning this language. No, it is not like that. It's my love for this language. That's what brought me here.
Wonderful. All right. So, what do you do?
I'm a retired government servant. Last year I retired from my service. So I am basically doing nothing now.
Okay. When you say a
So
government service, in which department? Okay.
Controller and Auditor General, CNAG.
Okay. Controller and Auditor General, CAAG.
CNAG, yes.
CA, you said, isn't it? Controller and.
Yes, in short, it is called C and AG.
No, what does N stand for?
Comptroller, and in short term, there is a symbol they use like this. C and
Okay. Okay. I took the alphabet, the letter. So I read it as CAAG. Okay. C and AG. All right. All right. Okay. So you've retired from there. So where are you connecting from, Subhash?
Yes, I'm connecting you from Guwahati, that is in the state of Assam.
Okay. So were you born and brought up there?
Not
Is that your native place? Your roots are in
no, no,
Guwahati?
no. I was born and brought up in a small town called Dumduma. It is 500 kilometers away from this place, that is
All right.
Guwahati.
All right. So how long have you been in Guwahati?
Now it is around 39 years.
Okay.
I came here to join my job, and since then I have been here and I have settled here now.
Wonderful. Okay. Good to know that about you. So let me give you a brief introduction about
Yes.
myself. As you know, my name is Anitha Sudhir, and I have been working as a language trainer for more than 10 years. I also do the IELTS training, that is to help students who wish to go abroad. And I'm connecting to you right now from Kerala, from
Okay.
uh, where I relocated to after my education and growing up years in Bangalore. So basically, I was not born in Bangalore, but I grew up. I did my entire studies in Bangalore, but then I relocated, and right now I'm in Kerala. And like you, I've been here for 30 odd years in a small town called Kannur in Kerala.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we know about Kerala, that is God's own country, or like that?
Yes, they say it's God's own country because it's so beautiful.
Yes.
There cannot be another better place. God's own country. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
it's so
because
beautiful. Temples.
Kerala has everything like hills, then water bodies
Yes,
and
we are
coastal
rich
areas.
in natural resources, I should say. Water
Yes,
bodies. Then we've got plenty of forests, greenery all around. So all that you can wish for.
yes,
And
because there are very few places like that because you
yes,
are getting coastal areas also, then
yes,
hills, and
yes,
then there are some places that is called, I think, Munnar. There tea
yes,
gardens are there.
yes,
So it's
yes,
very
yes.
beautiful.
That's a hill station also. That's right. So we truly are blessed because we
Yes.
have all the landforms in one place. We get
Yes.
to enjoy, probably except a dessert. Everything
Yeah.
else. Okay, all right. So, shall we go to today's topic? It's something
Sure,
very
ma'am.
related to this topic that we started off with, green therapy,
Okay, ma'am.
right?
Yes,
So,
yeah.
can you make a sentence using the word overwhelmed? So, in this, there's a sentence that says, I am overwhelmed with work anxiety. What
Yes,
is what?
yes.
Try to gauge the meaning. If you don't know exact meaning, you gauge the meaning from the context itself.
Okay,
So, I'm overwhelmed.
I can use it like today I had a lot of activities, and at the end of the day, I was overwhelmed with all those things.
Wonderful.
And in another way, I can also say like that when I saw the picturesque beauty of the nature, I was overwhelmed. So can I also
Yes,
use like that?
yes, yes, you can. That means you're filled with emotions. When you say overwhelmed, overtaken by. So,
Okay.
overwhelmed is filled with different emotions. It can be anything. We even say, I was overwhelmed with grief when I heard that my friend's mother had passed away.
Overwhelmed
Right.
grief.
So, you can talk
Yes.
about grief, we can talk about anxiety, like we just discussed, about happiness. I was overwhelmed with happiness when I heard that my daughter was coming down to meet us.
Yeah.
Right. So these
Yeah.
kind of in these situations you can use the word overwhelmed. Okay,
Yes.
what about anxiety?
That anxiety is something like when we think a lot about in future what is going to happen, and sometimes we also thought a lot about what happened in the past and how it could have been better if we did something like always in the
Tending to
anxiety.
get worried about something, maybe
Yes.
working yourself up. Anxiety
Hmm.
is working yourself up about something. Like you said,
Yes.
it could be something about our past, it could be something anxiety related to our future also.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Right.
The next word is alleviate.
Alleviate. I was
Yes.
really anxious about what is going to happen, but when you suggested to do these things, so it alleviates me. That's from the
It
situation.
alleviate.
Elevated me from the situation.
Okay.
Elevated. Uh, is it right or not? I don't know.
Alleviate something. When you say
Yeah.
alleviate, you have to say alleviate something. What did it alleviate?
No, I said
Stress, anxiety, happiness.
I said elevated me from this situation that I
Okay,
was
once
going
more, can
through.
you repeat that sentence? I didn't get the initial part.
I was in a state of anxiety. I was thinking a lot, but when you suggested to do these things, particular thing, so it elevated me from this particular situation.
Right. Good. Okay. What about the word elevate? How will you use that in a sentence? Elevate. Elevate. They sound
Elevate means
almost.
okay. I
Yes.
got it. Yes, it's like the status that we can elevate doing something great. So yes, elevated
Improve.
is state.
Move
Hmm.
up.
Yeah, like elevator. Then we get into
Elevator.
elevator, so
Exactly.
it
To move
elevates
up.
us. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So alleviate is something that lowers or decreases something, levels of something. Elevate is increase. Yes, all right. All right. Anything else? Okay. I think there's nothing else. It's worth a shot. When we say it's worth a shot, what does that idiom mean?
What the short means, it is how to say, like it is worth doing
Give
it.
it, tell it to me in a sentence.
Uh, to keep my health in good state, going for a walk in the morning, it's worth a shot.
Is a good shot. Yes. It's a good shot, it's a good try.
Yes.
It's a good opportunity. It's
Yes.
worth a shot.
Yes.
Okay, it's worth the try.
Generally we say, you can take the shot. I took the shot like that.
Okay, it is worth a shot.
Yes.
It's
Now,
worth,
when we take this shot, it is worthwhile,
oh,
worthful,
worth it, worth it.
worth it.
All right. Okay. So, do you agree that we very commonly, very often hear this saying that laughter is the best medicine? So, do
Yes,
you
I
agree with
agree.
that?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I totally agree with this.
Yes. Now, why do you say that?
Because
Why do you say that?
when we laugh, and it, uh, drives are all the stress that we have. We might have going through some stress, but if there is something that we can love from the core of my heart, that drives all those things. So it is a kind of stress buster, we can say.
Right. And not only that, like you say, it also spreads. It is something that's very contagious.
Contagious,
So
yes. So when you give a smile to someone, you get the smile back from
one
that
in
person.
return. Yes.
Yeah,
So it's very contagious. As in
contagious,
it
yes.
helps other people also. So
Yes.
laughter not just does just not help one person, it also helps the other person involved.
Yeah, and I have practiced it a lot, and I got the benefit. I have got the benefit because
Okay.
whenever I go out on the street, and sometimes even though the person may not be a familiar one, but I try to give a smile when I look at him or her. So I also get the smile from that person, and it gives me something unbelievable happiness. So
Nice.
yeah,
So
it
do
is.
so let me ask you now, you said that when you go out you always take that initiative. You always smile at people, you greet people even if you don't know them. How are the people in Guwahati, with this kind of interaction? See, there are
Yeah,
not
there.
many. When you go to certain places, I've noticed that people are not very friendly. As in, you cannot just look at a stranger and smile at them and expect them to return it to you. So, how are people in Guwahati?
Guwahati people are very good. You will definitely get the good result if you give a smile and you will get it back. There is always exception, so it is not in Guwahati but some other places also. So everybody is not the kind of uh, the same with same quality. So sometimes you may not uh,
Get
get
expected results.
yeah a gesture that you expected after giving a smile. It may happen, but it is an exception.
All right, fine. Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions. How can people living in urban areas incorporate more nature based activities into their daily lives to improve their mental health?
First of all, what I am already doing. So I am living in a city and I don't have any open place that I can go. But luckily, I have a park nearby where I can go and take a walk. There are many trees and there is a small lake also. So I enjoy doing these activities. Other than that, if it is also not there, so one can do. They can plant small uh, trees or plants in the top, or like flower trees and other things.
So, you mean like
So
a kitchen garden?
kitchen garden, yes, yes, yes. So that will also mentally very uh,
Satisfying.
satisfying and bring calmness to your life. Yes.
Right. So, do you live in apartments or do you live in an independent house?
Yeah, I am living in a house of my own, but the thing is that is a small area is very small, so there is no land where I can grow all these kind of trees. But I can do that in a pot, so
So,
plant
you do
trees.
have a space where you can keep pots. You can grow plants in pots.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Share a memorable experience of spending time in nature that made you feel significantly better in terms of mental well being.
If I ask you, it always comes to my mind is that when I visited Srinagar, so it is something different from all other places that I visited earlier. So the picturesque beauty, and the thing is that it is very clean. There is no pollution, we can say. And if you look up at the sky, it's a bright blue sky. So I enjoyed while visiting uh, Srinagar. That will always be me. I enjoyed a
So,
lot.
okay. So, that is one place that you love going to, and you
Yeah,
definitely
I will
feel a
try to
sense
go
of.
again. Yes.
Okay. So, you definitely have this feeling of a better mental well being.
Yes.
when you visit such places. Yes, exactly. When we go to places like hill stations, there's something about it that draws you to it, right? So
Hmm.
you feel calm, you feel at peace, you actually forget all your troubles, maybe momentarily at least. So there's always that feeling of mental well-being there. What
Hmm.
types of
Yes.
natural environments do you find more soothing for relaxation?
Okay, so I think always that if I go to a forest, even I went visited a forest in the last October. So I went to Jim Corbett National Park in
Wow.
Uttarakhand.
Mm.
So it was a nice journey doing this. So what I like most about, so in such a natural environment, when these birds, chirping birds, and there are various kind of birds are there, they are chirping. So the sound in such a serenity, it is all about them. So it gives me a really nice environment. I really enjoy that.
Okay. Okay. Um, I think we have time for one more question, and then we can go to the
Okay.
vocabulary. Yes. Mm, how did you feel being cooped up in your home 24/7, isolated from nature during COVID 19?
It was like something that somebody has put me in a jail. I am behind the bar and I have nothing to do, just spending time.
I am behind bars.
I am behind bars. Yes.
Yes.
And in fact, it so happened that during that COVID time, I did not have to do anything. So I was at home. So what to do? I watch a lot of videos, and then only I came to know about these online classes. And since then, I started taking classes with
Oh, so you
tutors.
started at that time?
Yeah, initially I
Wow.
started with Clippingo. There is an app, and later
Yes.
I shifted to,
Switched over.
yeah, switch
Okay,
over.
that's
Yes,
nice.
switch over.
Okay. Oh, so you've been here since the COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, you picked the right time actually, right? And it's so
Hmm.
like I hadn't even heard of anything like this during that time.
And I also tried my hand in kitchen also.
In
Kitchen. Tried my
teaching,
hand.
you
Tried
said
my
teaching.
hand. No, no. I tried my
Tried my
hands
hand.
in kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. In culinary skills, you tried
Culinary
your
skills.
hand at culinary skills.
Yes,
So,
yes.
are you a good cook?
I would not say that I'm a good cook, but I can manage. So if sometimes my wife is doing something that she cannot spend time in kitchen, so I can manage it. I can do
Wonderful. That's nice.
that.
So, did you find solace in that?
Yeah,
Happiness cooking.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, I love to doing that. So it is not that I am doing under compulsion. I love doing that.
Okay, so now would you call yourself an expert or you're still a novice?
Now, I'm not an expert, but yeah, I can. I've said that I can do that. I can manage it.
Okay, so you can call yourself a novice. You're a beginner.
Novice, yes, I am a novice.
Novice.
Yes,
Okay, that's a beginner. Somebody who's
beginner.
learning, just learning
Yes,
and learning the ropes. What is
yes.
learning the ropes, Subhash? I am
Uh, I
learning the ropes of cooking.
I haven't come across this phrase.
You
This is the
haven't come
first time.
across. Okay. When
No.
we say learning the ropes of something, learning the basic skills of something, that's an idiom.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
I would love to learn the ropes of cooking. As in, I would love to
okay.
learn the basics of cooking or anything for
Rope.
that matter.
You mean rope?
Rope,
ROPE.
ROPE, yes.
Okay, okay,
Learning
okay.
the ropes.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'll remember it.
yes, yes. Okay. So to learn the ropes of something is to learn the basics of that particular
Basics of
skill,
something. Okay.
of that particular skill. Okay. So
Hmm.
wonderful. Okay. So another word for novice. Have you heard that word novice before?
Yes, I have heard.
You have heard. Okay. Can you give
Yes,
me
yes.
another name for novice? There's yet another term for novice.
Yes, so another term or
Yes,
just
another term for novice.
I only know there's somebody who is new to a new field, so he's called
Okay, is
novice.
a
This
novice.
much only.
There's
Yeah.
okay. There's another nice word that you can use instead of novice. You could say he's a greenhorn or I am a
Oh,
greenhorn,
greenhorn. Greenhorn, yes.
right?
But I forgot that. Just
Yes.
when you
This is
mentioned, then
not
only can.
something. This is not something that we very commonly use. Actually, we prefer to say we are a newcomer or you can say a novice also.
Can we also say rookie?
Sorry,
Rookie.
ROOKIE.
R double O K I E.
Exactly. No, I'm not sure what rookie means, Subhash. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what a
Okay.
rookie means.
It just came to my mind. Somewhere
Okay,
I
all
might have
right.
heard.
I can just, I'll find out. I'll find out what it means. But as of now, yeah, even I have heard the word rookie, but I'm not sure how you use it.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, so before we go to the vocabulary, let me
Mm-hmm.
just give you your feedback because sometimes we may get logged out at exactly that, at 8:30. So I don't want you to go without your feedback. So
Okay.
wonderful going, Subhash. Very comfortable with your language and spontaneous fluency also is there. You don't need to think. You're not really groping for words. So it's at the tip of your finger. So I guess it's all these years of practice, not only with on your sessions, but also the kind of practice you said. You said you keep
Yes.
yourself busy with listening and reading. What kind of books do you read, Subhash?
First of all, I started with self-help books, but I got an advice from one tutor that if I read self-help books, only I get the tips and advice. But if I read a fiction, then there will be conversation, so it will help me.
Exactly.
So now I've
Exactly.
started reading conversation books also,
Yes, yes,
fiction books,
stories or conversation
stories.
fictions, and because like the tutor rightly said, you have more opportunity to learn conversations, whereas a
Yes,
self-help book will generally be about advice to you. That's
yes,
all.
yes,
So I mean, we can't see ourselves giving advice to too many people. Like not many people are happy receiving advice these days, as it is, right? Unsolicited advice. No one wants
yes,
to hear it. Okay, so it's fine. Even children, our own kids these days, the minute we
yes.
start off with some advice, they say, "Oh, enough of gyan for one day." So yes, so like you said, yes, start off with reading fiction. And what about
Yeah.
listening? Do you do some listening also?
Yeah, podcast and English conversational videos, and
Right.
sometimes these TED talks also.
TED Talks, right? Okay, so absolutely nothing else that I can add on to this already. But one thing I could tell you is, Subhash, you could be a little more clear in your words when you speak. So as in every
Okay.
word that you speak,